Bad news from Australia. In today's video update, we will talk about the news, which confirms that Australia will not welcome foreign tourists until at least 2022. Foreign tourists won't be welcomed back to Australia until at least next year, the Prime Minister said on Tuesday, as he outlined plans for lifting some of the toughest and longest COVID-19 travel restrictions imposed by any democracy. The country will instead prioritise the return of skilled migrants and students after it hits Prime Minister Scott Morrison's benchmark for reopening its external borders, the full vaccination of 80% of the population aged 16 and older. It is expected to reach that point Tuesday. The news comes just days after Morrison announced plans to allow vaccinated citizens and permanent residents to fly overseas from November 2021 for the first time since March 2020. The severe travel restrictions, which have trapped most Australians at home and kept most foreigners out, have led to the lowest level of immigration since World War II. Australian universities, which rely heavily on fees paid by international students, have been particularly hard hit, and many fear students will go elsewhere if they are not allowed in soon. While many countries imposed strict lockdowns that shut down large portions of the economies, Australia's travel restrictions have kept life fairly normal for much of the pandemic, though it is now experiencing shutdowns in the biggest cities, Sydney and Melbourne, as well as the capital Canberra. After lifting restrictions on Australians, Morrison said the next priority would be skilled migrants and international students before tourists. He did not specify when those groups would be allowed in. Morrison said, "We will get to international visitors as well, I believe next year. International tourist arrivals have to be part of the plan," said Daniel Squind, Chief Executive of the Queensland Tourism Industry Council, Queensland State's peak advocacy group. "Even if they are not the first priority, we'd like to see how this is going to be worked out. There are many businesses that are just hanging on." Squind said his sector needed to plan for how the COVID-19 risk could be managed, perhaps through rapid testing and self-isolation. There are a few exceptions to Australia's travel ban, and tourism has never been accepted as a reason to cross the border. Those who have been able to enter must spend 2 weeks in hotel quarantine. That would represent a major obstacle if it remains even after tourists are allowed. Morrison said last week that his government would work toward complete quarantine-free travel for certain countries, such as New Zealand, when it is safe to do so. He did not elaborate on the timing. Our video ends here. We would like to thank you for all the love and support to make our channel one of the best on YouTube. So keep supporting by hitting the like button and comment below how we can improve our videos. Thanks for watching.